Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of travel. Starting in 2025, all you fine Americans are getting a free pass to 10 amazing Asian countries. No more visa applications, no more embassy appointments. It's like being told you're going to Disneyland, but with ancient temples, incredible food, and dream beaches. So buckle up because we're about to take a whirlwind tour of these 10 Asian gems. You do not want to miss out on this. This is the travel deal of the century, people. So stick around and let's get started. First up, we're heading to the land of the rising sun, where ancient traditions meet futuristic technology. Bullet trains, robot restaurants, and vending machines for everything. Seriously, anything you can imagine, and probably a few things you can't. But Japan's not all robots and lights, it's also got a rich history and culture. Gardens and geishas who can school you in a tea ceremony. And let's not forget the food. Sushi so fresh it'll make you slap your mama, but don't actually. Ramen that warms your soul, even if the Wagyu beef, so tender it melts in your mouth. Japan's got it all, folks. And in 2025, you can experience it all without a visa. Now, let's talk about where to go in Japan because this country is packed with incredible destinations. First up, you got Tokyo, the capital city that's like a scene straight out of Blade Runner but with better food. It's got skyscrapers that pierce the sky, neon lights brighter than a teenager's first love, and more Michelin-starred restaurants than you can shake a chopstick at. Then you've got Kyoto, the ancient capital, which is like a time capsule of traditional Japan. Think Zen gardens, stunning temples, and geishas gracefully gliding through the streets. It's like taking a crash course in Japanese history and culture, but way more fun than your high school history class. And hey, if you're a nature lover, Japan's got you covered too. You can hike Mount Fuji, soak in a natural hot spring, or explore the bamboo forest in Arashiyama. It's like Mother Nature decided to show off when she created Japan. And the best part? You can experience all of this without needing a visa come 2025, so start saving those pennies, folks, because Japan is calling your name. Next up on our Asian adventure is South Korea. And no, I'm not just talking about K-pop. It's a country with vibrant culture, delicious food, and rich history, ancient palaces, bustling markets, and peaceful temples. The South Koreans are some of the friendliest folks you'll ever meet. They're warm, welcoming, and always down for a good time. And if you're into technology, South Korea is a giant playground. Their internet speeds are faster than a cheetah on a sugar rush. And their smartphones, practically mini computers. South Korea has it all. In 2025, experience this marvel without a visa. South Korea is packed with attractions. Seoul, the capital, never sleeps. It's like New York, but with better dumplings. Towering skyscrapers, ancient palaces, trendy boutiques, and street food. Venture into the DMZ, a Cold War time capsule. Head south to Busan for beaches, seafood, and a laid-back vibe. It's like Miami, but with more kimchi. Jeju Island is a tropical paradise with lush forests and stunning waterfalls. Beaches that'll make you embrace island life. South Korea's got something for everyone. In 2025, explore it all without the visa drama. Start practicing your K-pop moves, folks, because South Korea awaits. Alright, next up on our list of countries you'll soon be able to visit without a visa is Thailand. Now, I haven't been to Thailand personally, but I've heard it's called the Land of Smiles for a reason. And no, it's not because everyone's walking around with those creepy Joker smiles. It's because the people are genuinely friendly and welcoming. From what I've heard, Thailand has something for everyone. You've got your stunning beaches, your ancient temples, your bustling cities, and of course, your questionable street food. And let's be honest, half the fun of traveling is coming home with a good story about that time you ate a scorpion on a stick, right? Speaking of things you gotta see in Thailand, you can't miss the temples. I'm talking about those giant ornate gold-covered temples that look like they were built by 1,000 monks on a sugar rush. And when you're done being wowed by the architecture, hop in a tuk-tuk and zip through the streets like a real local. Just try not to lose your sunglasses in the process. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, you're forgetting about the elephants. And you're right. I would never forget about those majestic creatures. Just remember to be responsible tourists and choose ethical elephant sanctuaries where the animals are treated well. No riding them around like they're amusement park rides, alright? Next up, we're heading to Singapore, a country that's basically one giant, futuristic city-state. Seriously, places like if Blade Runner and Disneyland had a baby. And the best part? It's incredibly easy to get around. Their public transportation system is so efficient it'll make you want to sell your car and move there. But don't worry, there's more to Singapore than just sleek skyscrapers and spotless streets. They've also got amazing food, vibrant nightlife, and even some pretty impressive gardens. I'm talking about Gardens by the Bay, which is basically Avatar in real life. Giant glowing trees, futuristic domes, the whole shebang. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. Now let's talk about shopping, because Singapore is a shopper's paradise. Whether you're looking for high-end designer goods or quirky souvenirs, you'll find it all here. Just be prepared to empty your wallet, because those Singapore dollars have a way of disappearing faster than my hairline. And speaking of things that are fast, Singapore recently opened a brand new airport terminal that's bigger than some countries. I'm not kidding, this thing is massive. It's got waterfalls, a butterfly garden, and even a movie theater. So yeah, even if you're just passing through, you might want to give yourself an extra day or two to explore this airport. Alright, let's move on to Malaysia, a country that's like a delicious mix of cultures, flavors, and experiences. Seriously, this place has it all: bustling cities, pristine beaches, ancient rainforests, you name it. And the best part? It's incredibly affordable, so you can live like a king without breaking the bank. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, tell us something we don't know about Malaysia. Well, buckle up, because here's a fun fact. Did you know that Malaysia is home to the world's largest flower? It's called the rafflesia, and it looks like something out of a horror movie. Seriously, it's gigantic, it's fleshy, and it smells like rotting meat. But don't worry, not everything in Malaysia is trying to kill you with its stench. They've also got a rich history and culture with influences from China, India, and the Middle East. You can explore ancient temples, visit colonial-era buildings, and even try your hand at batik painting, which is a traditional Malaysian art form. And speaking of history, did you know that Malaysia was once a British colony? Yeah, those Brits sure knew how to pick 'em. But hey, at least they left behind some pretty good tea, right? Plus, it gave Malaysia a chance to develop its own unique identity, which is something to celebrate. Alright, let's talk about Indonesia, the land of 1,000 islands and apparently 1,000 flavors. Because if you're anything like me, you know, a sophisticated connoisseur of deliciousness, when you think of Indonesia, you think, what am I gonna eat there? And let me tell you, this place doesn't disappoint. We're not talking about your average takeout here, folks. This is next level stuff. We're talking about nasi goreng, which is like fried rice, but, you know, way better. Then there's satay, these delicious little meat skewers with peanut sauce. I could eat those by the fistful, I'm not even kidding. And don't even get me started on rendang, this rich coconutty beef stew that's so good it's practically illegal. Trust me, you'll be licking the plate clean. Now I know what you're thinking, Jimmy, Indonesia is huge, where do I even start? And you'd be right, it's a massive country with something like 17,000 islands, but hey, that just means there are 17,000 reasons to visit, right? You've got Bali, which is like the poster child for paradise, beaches, temples, monkeys stealing your sunglasses, it's got it all. Then there's Java, home to the magnificent Borobudur Temple, which is like 8 times the size of your average Starbucks. And that's just scratching the surface, folks. So, yeah, Indonesia has culture, history, and natural beauty out the wazoo. But let's be honest, we're all going for the food. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. Next up, we're heading over to the Philippines, a country made up of over 7,000 islands. You know, I've always said, if you've got more than 7,000 of something, it's gotta be good. And trust me, the Philippines does not disappoint. We're talking pristine beaches, crystal clear waters, and enough Instagram-worthy scenery to make your followers green with envy. Speaking of green, have you ever tried Halo Halo? It's this crazy Filipino dessert with shaved ice, beans, jelly, fruit, and basically anything else they can find. Don't knock it till you try it, people. It's like a party in your mouth and everyone's invited. Now, if you're a first-time visitor to the Philippines, here's a little tip from yours truly. Learn a few basic Tagalog phrases. It'll go a long way with the locals, and who knows, You might even get a discount on your next Halo. And while you're at it, download a translation app, because trying to order chicken adobo with just hand gestures, let's just say it's more entertaining for the locals than it is for you. But hey, that's all part of the adventure, right? The Philippines is a place where you can truly let loose, embrace the chaos, and create memories that'll last a lifetime. Just maybe pack some Pepto-Bismol, just in case that Halo gets a little too wild. Alright, let's talk Vietnam. A country that's got it all: stunning landscapes, vibrant cities, and a history as rich and complex as a bowl of pho. Speaking of pho, have you ever had real deal Vietnamese pho? Not that sad, lukewarm stuff they try to pass off at the mall food court. I'm talking about the kind of pho that'll clear your sinuses, warm your soul, and make you question every other bowl of soup you've ever eaten in your life. Yeah, it's that good. And the best part? You can find it on practically every street corner in Vietnam. But hey, Vietnam's not just about the food, folks. If you're looking for a cultural experience that'll knock your socks off, you've come to the right place. For starters, there's the Lantern Festival, where they release thousands of glowing lanterns into the sky. It's like a scene out of a Disney movie, only without the talking animals. And then there's Lunar New Year, or Tet as they call it in Vietnam. It's a multi-day celebration with parades, dragon dances, and enough fireworks to make Guy Fieri jealous. So yeah, if you're looking for a country that's got it all, look no further than Vietnam. Just be sure to pack your appetite, your sense of adventure, and maybe an extra pair of pants. Just in case that foe sneaks up on you. Alright, moving on to number 9 on our list of countries you'll soon be able to visit without a visa. Get ready for some Ceylon tea and ancient ruins, folks, because we're talking about Sri Lanka. This island nation just off the coast of India is like stepping into a postcard. Imagine lush green hills covered in tea plantations as far as the eye can see, and forget Lipton tea bags, folks, we're talking the real deal, freshly brewed Ceylon tea. It'll make you want to slap your grandma, it's so good. But Sri Lanka's not just about tea and crumpets. They've got history coming out their ears. We're talking ancient cities like Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa, with ruins of palaces and temples dating back over 2,000 years. That's older than Matt Damon. And the best part, you can explore these incredible sights while riding on the back of an elephant. I'm not kidding, just try not to fall off. Those things are huge. Now, after a long day of exploring ancient ruins and dodging elephant presence, you're gonna want to relax on the beach. And luckily, Sri Lanka's got you covered. With miles of pristine coastline, you'll find everything from secluded coves to bustling beach towns. Whether you're into surfing, sunbathing, or just sipping on a coconut, Sri Lanka's beaches have something for everyone. But wait, there's more. Sri Lanka is also a haven for wildlife enthusiasts. Head to Yala National Park for a chance to spot leopards, elephants, and sloth bears. And don't forget your binoculars. You might even catch a glimpse of the elusive Sri Lankan leopard. Just, admire it from a safe distance. Those things are quicker than a Kardashian at a clearance sale. So there you have it. Sri Lanka tea, ruins, beaches, and wildlife. What more could you ask for? Oh yeah, no visa. Pack your bags, folks. Sri Lanka's calling. And finally we arrive at our final destination, the piece de resistance, the cherry on top of this visa-free Sunday, Nepal. Nestled in the Himalayas, Nepal is a country that truly embodies the phrase breathtaking beauty. Seriously, the air is so thin up there you might actually lose your breath. But hey, what's a little altitude sickness when you're surrounded by the tallest mountains in the world, right? We're talking Mount Everest, folks, the big kahuna. And even if you're not planning on conquering the summit, there are plenty of trekking opportunities for all levels of adventurers. And speaking of trekking, you can't talk about Nepal without mentioning the Sherpas. These legendary mountain guides are renowned for their strength, resilience, and ability to carry your luggage up a mountain without breaking a sweat. They're practically superhuman. I bet they could even make a Kardashian break a sweat. But Nepal isn't all about climbing mountains and gasping for air. It's also a country with a rich culture and deep spirituality. From the bustling streets of Kathmandu to the serene temples of Bhaktapur, Nepal is a feast for the senses. You'll find colorful prayer flags fluttering in the wind, the smell of incense filling the air, and the sound of chanting monks echoing through the streets. And if you're looking for a little inner peace, Nepal is the perfect place to find it. With countless monasteries and meditation centers, you can spend your days practicing yoga, meditating, and finding your zen. Just try not to achieve enlightenment and float away. We still need you to like and subscribe. So, there you have it, folks. Nepal mountains, culture, spirituality, and of course no visa. This is one destination you definitely don't want to miss. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 amazing Asian countries that you can soon visit without the hassle of a visa. From the beaches of Thailand to the mountains of Nepal, there's something for everyone on this list. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more travel updates. Let us know in the comments which country you're most excited to visit in 2025. Until next time, happy travels.